What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. Wednesday edition. The PlayStation event is today, but we will not be covering it live because I will not be at the actual house. We're going to play some Final Fantasy DLC for Power Wash Simulator. I figured it'd be like thematic since PlayStation and Final Fantasy and whatnot. We could talk about whatever you guys want as I'm playing the game. It's a very laid back game. Doesn't take a lot of brain power to do this as I'm playing. If you guys have any questions or any topics you would like to talk about, just throw them in the chat and let's get started. What's going on, Travis? What's going on, General? Jesse? Boss? Indy 5 is not looking so good for Disney right now over on Rotten Tomatoes. Oh yeah, it's getting brutally. Well, here's the thing that I don't understand, Jesse. They showed it at the Cannes Film Festival, which is like 1 month before the movie comes out. I don't know the strategy behind that, right? I don't know the strategy. Go on, Sarge. Lino, what's going on? So I already did one of the boards here. It was inside a museum, and now we're doing the giant mech here. I like Power Wash Simulator. I know everyone thinks it's like a sort of like a joke, but I truly do. I truly it's a very like game that if you're coming home from work and you just kind of want to like decompress, you know what I mean? Just kind of not think. If you have kids that come in and ask you a bunch of questions, you don't have to. You know what I mean? It's a weird game. Obviously, this is not meant for everybody, but I like it. What am I missing here? What am I missing? Oh, I got the little bit of a. Yeah, Sarge, I told you yesterday I ordered the RAM. I don't know if you were still here when I said it. It'll get here in about 4 to 8 days, I think. Travis has a question. Says, so here's a question. But do you think they need to be more just simple fun games like this and Starship Troopers? I think there's a mix, right? I think there needs to be games that get your brain thinking, right? I think there's other games that are just stupid fun. You know what I mean? So I think there needs to be all of that. I don't think there needs to be like all the same. I think there needs to be a difference of, you know, like right now we're getting all these like first person shooter games that all kind of look the same, right? They all pull from the same. So when you get games like this that are like out of left field, or you get a game like what's the other game I'm thinking of? Like Unpacking, like the independent developer that made that. Those are good little games, man. Those are good little games. Right? When someone tries something different, that's what I like. When you don't see like the same thing over and over. And not everything's going to work, you know? Not everything's going to work. Get in there. I lost my cuz they didn't give me my gear that I had earlier. So I'm struggling here with some of this stuff. I got a weaker power machine here. The strategy is that Iger wants to make sure that Kennedy gets the blame and she can't point fingers. 30 if 85 has come out very bad, Kathleen Kennedy then would be fired for higher ups in Disney and last hope for. But here's the thing: do we really think? Do we really think? As I mean, I know as Star Wars fans, a lot of people are upset. I'm upset at what Kathleen Kennedy did at Disney. But do we really think that when she's gone, all of a sudden we're getting it back? Like Disney still owns. You know what I mean? Disney still owns them. Agreed. Other than Immortals, Avium, all frames first-person shooters look the same days to me. Only reason is different because of the magic, no bullets. Right. And to say that though, Travis, we don't know. I mean, obviously, it'll find a niche, right? It'll find a market. But does it mean it's successful or not successful? Is for them to know, right? We as gamers look at certain things. Like I don't look at Avium and go, oh man, that game looks amazing. But there's a market there for people, right? Like, for instance, I just saw an article. And I always said that not all games need to sell 10 million copies, right? So I just saw an article. I posted it in Discord earlier this morning about Dead Island 2. It sold just over 2 million copies, right? And they're happy with it. Okay, so then you gotta figure, okay, well, if they're happy with it, that's $140 million that they've made. What was the budget for the game, right? We don't know those things. So sure, it's not Zelda that's selling 10 million copies in 3 days, but it's selling 2 million copies. It sold 1 million copies in the first week. Is it successful? Did it make the money back that it needed to make? What was the budget on the game and whatnot? Not all games need to make or sell 11 million copies. They can sell 250,000 copies. They can sell 2 million copies. I mean, my copy of the game wasn't even part of that, so... Are games like this popular? I just couldn't imagine. I know I'm not the end of all be all, but I couldn't play something like this. Games like this are actually really popular. Really popular. Zero. And I know it's hard to believe. I know it's hard to believe. Do I have a ladder? Where's my ladder at? Like, you're not a guy that would probably play American Truck Simulator, right? But American Truck Simulator is a very, very popular game. See, this is a perfect game for me right now, as I'm like talking to chat. So, like I said, it doesn't take a lot of brain power. It's just a time sink. That's it. I'm just getting it so I have something to do between Final Fantasy 16 and Spider-Man 2. Yeah, there's a lot of games that have like this like niche. I don't even want to say well, yeah, it is a niche, right? Here, I bet you this, right? I bet you, and I don't know how you would look this up because they don't tell the numbers, but I bet you there's more people that play American Truck Simulator than there's people that play Dark Souls type games from FromSoft. Right? And think of that, like the European game stuff like that is a huge, like Euro Truck Simulator, American Truck Simulator. Those things are so niche market, but yet they're huge. There's always something for something, is basically what I'm saying. These simulator type games are huge. Huge. And they probably make so much money, hence why they give all this DLC for free. Every goddamn nook and cranny. This will probably take all of stream just to clean this mech. It's not just the people that never shut up about it. The Souls fan base is so loud, vocal. Can't help but hear them. I never played a Souls game. They just never appealed to me. Like the story does. It seems very grabby. I've never played them either. The closest I've came was Elden Ring. That's the closest I've came. Like I played SnowRunners, right? And people made like when we first started playing it, people were like, "The hell is this 30? This game looks stupid as hell." And then people bought it, and they're like, "It's actually a really good game." So my thing is, I just want to play a game, bullshit with you guys, and if you guys see it and go, "Hey, you know what? This actually looks like something I would play." That's all I'm looking for, really. I get no monetary value off of it whatsoever. It's just showing people different games that they could play. Yeah, see, like, how am I gonna get in there? The water angle sometimes really bugs me. I want to try to get every little nook and cranny and then move on. But my OCD, I was like, I gotta get rid of all the major stuff first. And then go back and clean. But I probably shouldn't do that. We'll try to get this stuff off as fast as possible. Fucking mech is moving. Use a wider spray. Well, if I use a wider spray, that's dope. That's to get the nook and cranny right there. I'll get right in the crevices and cracks. Oh, there we go. We can use this guy. This will help me out. This will help me out. Because it covers more at a longer distance. There we go. That'll get the bulk of it off. Then we can go back and I might have to extend the pole so I can get a little farther on this thing. Yeah, see, it's not hitting that. I gotta stand closer, but see how easy it is to wipe it off, though? It's not like a mist. Like, blows it away. High pressure. This game's got a lot of content, and there is actually a story in this. All I'll say, it has to do with aliens. We're going back to the roots of what made us what we are today. This is why we're proud to announce that it's Sony exclusive game, Thunderous Cheer and Roar. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what they show today. It'd be interesting to see what they show today. I think the one I'm looking more not really the most forward to. I kind of want to see if they show us. I don't think they will show us gameplay of Wolverine, just like in game or something. I don't know. I do and I don't. I know it's not coming out till next year or the year after, 2024, 2025. Can I do an extension on this thing? No. That way I can get up there now. That little ding that you guys hear, that is the most satisfying thing you could hear in this game. And I'm not exaggerating. That is the most satisfying thing you'll hear in this game. You'll be like, "Oh, that means you cleaned something and it's completely clean." You see that? When it turns blue, the best feeling. If the PlayStation VR 2 wouldn't be the price of a fucking PlayStation 5, I would buy one. Stealth, that's what I said the biggest downfall of that would be when it came out. When they announced it, I was like, you're asking somebody to pay for a PlayStation for the same price, you know, for the headset. I was like, that's insane. That's going to hurt sales. Now, they'll come out and tell you that it sold more than the last one, but of course it did. There's also more gamers that have that are trying to adopt into that market. Come on, Kylo. Am I ready for Sony's showcase? I am. I won't be live though, Kylo. Unfortunately, I'll be in Carline watching it on my cell phone. I got 2 more days of Carline, and then I'm done for 10 weeks. School's over. Happy about that. Thing's doing work. I know you guys probably looking at this going, why is he using that? From a distance, it takes out the most. And then we'll move up and we'll get in closer here. Kylo says, if GTA 6 is a PlayStation exclusive, I'll quit gaming. Why would you quit gaming if it's... Why would you quit gaming if it's an exclusive? You know it'll come out at some point for the other systems, even if it is. So would you quit gaming until it comes out? Is that what you're saying? I don't know. the Mr. Miyagi method here. Paint the fence. Paint the fence. Back to summer hours. No, we're sticking with the 10 o'clock still in the morning. We're still sticking with the 10 o'clock time frame. No change. No change. JRPGs, that's what we need of. More of those. When watching 3D movies, I have to stop, wipe my eyes. Oh yeah, a lot of people. This is why, boss, I always say that no matter what happens, 3D movies 3D will never take off as the norm. So many people get nauseous and it hurts their eyes, and there's just so many things until 3D. And I've told this story and I won't tell it again, but see 3D without glasses, right? It's not going to take off. I want to see if they're going to get to see Kraven and the Hunter, looks like, in Spider-Man 2 today. GTA 6 will be a year-time PS exclusive. I don't think it will be, Water. Now, I think they'll have some sort of... If and when they do announce Grand Theft Auto, I think they will have some sort of thing for the online game mode with them, which wouldn't be surprising. Small movements. We just have all these like little nicks and crannies now to really like get in. Then we're gonna have to get on top of him and try to clean them up. Even if it was a PlayStation gamer, it doesn't make sense to make it exclusive. It's just anti-consumer for being the biggest gaming release since GTA 5. Oh, I agree with you. I don't think they'll be exclusive, a time exclusive. I don't. And maybe you answered me, but why would you quit gaming though? Did I miss it? Let me scroll up. Yeah, it's probably just people just bullshitting, right? But here's the thing: if Grand Theft Auto wasn't as big as it was, as the biggest piece of entertainment ever, and then they came out and said, "Oh, PlayStation's going to be exclusive," sure, but doing a time exclusive with the biggest game ever created, I don't see it happening. But who knows? Who knows? Travis, I'm gonna have to find that statement you said that Dead Island was gonna sell more than Hogwarts Legacy. I gotta remember. I think you just put it in YouTube chat, so I'll never see it again. But I think you put it in Discord as well. It's at 4 p.m. Eastern, right? No, it's at 1. I thought it was at 1 p.m. Eastern. I never said that. I said it would outsell D4. Oh, okay. Well, you're still wrong. You're still wrong. You said something about Dead Island outselling something. I do remember that. I'm like an elephant. I don't forget. Oh, it's 4 p.m. Eastern? 4 p.m. Eastern. Well, maybe I can... Maybe I can go live? Oh, no, I can't. I can't. My son's got swim today. No, I can't. Got today's Wednesday. You don't know? That could be everyone snaps out of their moody goth phase before it came out. Yeah, swim. Swim. My son's got swim. We used to do just swim class to teach him when he was younger to, you know, because living in Florida, you got to teach your kids to swim. Right? You have to teach your kids to swim. And then when we were swimming, he liked it more. Like, he just liked it. It's the only kind of, like, sport that he's interested in. So, as an 8-year-old going on to 9. So, yeah. You guys should have alligator self-defense class. We do. Called Leave Them the Fuck Alone. That's it. See a gator? Leave it alone. There's a rule in Florida. There's a body of water. There's a gator. And if you're out in the middle, usually gators don't attack you. Like if you're out in the middle of the lake and stuff like that, so you could like ski and whatnot. But if you're off all along the shore, I mean, gators can still attack you, and they still have a hell of a bite while they're out in the middle. But they usually don't attack in the middle of the lake. Usually the boat motors and stuff scares them off. So in Florida, you got to teach your kids to swim and how to punch gators. That's right. My friends and I was swimming in some nasty lake one time, and my brother went out too deep. I had no clue he didn't know how to swim. He started drowning. Oh, damn. Yeah, you don't. Seconds. So when they do that teaching, it's pretty freaky. When they do the teaching course, swim instructors, let me tell you something, man. Those people have to be ice cold. Ice cold. Okay? They have to have no attachment whatsoever. So when your kid's taking this class, you're not allowed to be when they're giving him the safety course. Right? You cannot be in because most parents freak out. Okay? when he was a baby, I would throw him in the water, like literally just drop him in the water and stuff like that. But when they do the safety course, they take the kid and they teach him and they put him in the water and they just drop him like a rock, right? And they wait and they wait and they wait and they wait, and the parents freak out because they're like, "Is he coming up?" Like you'll see the baby just all of a sudden just pop up and natural instinct is the baby will roll on its back and just sit there. And then what they do is they start splashing water, or they'll go up to the baby and they'll push the head down so it goes underneath the water, and the baby automatically just closes up. Like they'll cry and scream, but and then they it's amazing to watch. So they have to keep the parents outside while they're doing this because a lot of parents get upset. They think that they're going to drown their kid even though they're professionals. And it's really amazing to watch. And then when they do their course, you have to dress your kid up in jeans, like heavy clothes. And then they just chuck them in the water, shoes and all. And then they go through this whole process. They'll take your kid and they'll flip them upside down so they're disoriented, and they have to know where the wall is. They have to know how to float on their back, and you're heavier with the clothes on. Then they take like debris. They'll take a shirt, a mesh shirt and stuff, and they'll throw it over their face. It's almost like waterboarding your kid, right? And then they put them face on the right, and the kids have to like knock it off and pull it off to know how they are in the water. So if a kid falls in the water, they know, right? You as a parent would be more like, you're okay. You're like, you know what? My kid knows how to do all that stuff. And then once they pass that test, then they can join swim. I'm not the best swimmer, and actually my fear boss is drowning. That's my fear. Because I had my godmother when I was a kid just chucked me into the deep end of the pool, and I've always had like this in the back of my brain is that's how I'm gonna die. I'm not afraid of water. I'm not afraid of it, but is it just a Florida thing? What the instructors, how they do it? No. That's literally how they teach kids when they're babies and infants. They have to go through there because you want your kid to know how to swim. And if your kid's struggling in the water, it teaches them to go on their back, and they stand there until they could tread water, and they'll swim a little bit, and then they'll go on their back again, just float. I don't float. I sink like a rock. I think it might get nominated. It might get nominated, Travis, but I don't know if it'll win. I honestly don't give a shit who wins. Any game that gets nominated for Game of the Year, that's an achievement itself. And these little nooks and crannies in the thing. Nook and cranny. Hearing that ding, ding, ding. I live in pools growing up. I swear I'd always be in a pool from nothing to always all the way till evening. We this weekend my son was in the pool for I think like 5-6 hours straight. He got out to eat and then jumped back in. We don't have a pool. My brother-in-law has a pool, and then went to go visit my family in Cocoa Beach area. Okay, we're at 91%. Do you see? Do we? Oh, there it is. Up over here. Oh, right in it, right in there. Oh my God, there's so much of it. Look at it all. Oh my God, we're gonna have to switch. This is where it gets irritating. So what do you guys what do you guys want to see at this show tonight? Oh yeah, we have iguanas everywhere now. At least down in South Florida. We don't have them up here yet in Central Florida, but I would say about another 3-4 years they'll be up here. Your show or Sony? No. Sony. I think tonight we're playing Division just so I can finish my my season pass. I think I have one more full playthrough tonight. I think we get to finish the season pass. My God, dude. Gotta switch this to... PlayStation 5 Pro announcement and date. So I can decide whether or not I was waiting to get the PlayStation 5 now. I would like to know that as well. Because I don't have a PlayStation. So I'm definitely looking forward to see if they announce it, and then I'll know like how much to save up, obviously. Which I think will be $500, but and then when it comes out. Like, I don't understand. I can't get in there. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't let me... It's like the camera angle... My God. Like the little nook and cranny in there, man. You just have to get a majority of it. Yeah, see, once you get it. This one's still, yeah, I gotta get. There we go. New Infamous and Spider-Man 2. Oh, we could try that. Hey, Sarge, do you want to download? Do you want to download Generation Zero? He probably won't. We'll probably just play Division. Did you guys see that they can't put it on the Epic Fortnite store? Somebody created Battlefront 3 with inside of Fortnite with the Unreal Engine. They did like the Death Star, and it looks pretty badass, but you can't play it because of copyright. So they won't let them publish it. So the only way you can play it, is the person that created it invites you to it. Okay, we got a couple spots left at the bottom over here. I'm trying to get as much as possible. Oh, it's a thing, but they probably want to. They don't have to announce it really for this big show. You know what I mean? It's definitely a thing because that's usually what they do for mid cycles. So they're definitely going to have a pro. It just is it going to be? Is it going to happen now? Holy Christ. I thought that was all clean over here. Apparently not. Okay. Got a couple marks over here. And then we still got to go up on top of the damn robot. Come on. What are we missing here? What are you missing? I want these things to turn blue. All right, let's get up on top now. Travis says, I doubt the PlayStation 5 Pro is happening at all, or just at this event. Question for you, Mr. Star Wars guy. We saw a model of the Death Star in Boyd's room, and how long did it take between Episode 3 and Episode 4 for it to be built? Didn't they mention it? Not in the game, because you see the plans, and that takes 10. So it could be 8 years. It could take 8 years. We're at 96%. We're like really, really close. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it took I think it took like 4 years to make. And they make them, so they made the other one, the Death Star 2 that you see in Return of the Jedi. They started the process shortly after the other one. That piece. We're at 98%. We're balancing on the. They could literally make indefinite content for this by just. You could take certain things. They could do a Star Wars, like, clean the cantina type of stuff. You know what I mean? You could do a Star Wars DLC, any video game. I mean, they already did Tomb Raider. We're at 99%. Jump up. Oh, you can move it. Shut up. At this point, it's almost like a puzzle game. You know what I mean? Trying to solve the mystery of where the stuff is. This is a good machine right here. What did I just hit? Thing just popped up. Oh. Here's the arm. It won't. There we go. What are we missing? What are we missing? We got 99%. Oh, we're missing the scanner. Arm. Missing his head. Oh, I see it. There we go. Got claws, claw wrist. Claws. I don't see what we're missing though. Okay. I think we're missing one more claw. Yeah, we're missing one more claw. That's ridiculous, dude. I don't know what I have to do there. There we go. Claw wrist, tail, and tail laser. Claw wrist. Is this considered the wrist of a mech? Tail casing. Fuck's sake. Oh, I see. Okay. Tail laser. Okay. And claw wrist. I don't see what I'm... You guys see anything flashing anywhere? Oh. There we go. Jesus. I will say my piece tomorrow. I'm done listening to the game publishers and corporate devs. 100% done. From now on, your game does the talking. I don't hear shit anymore. No company is going to say it could be polished more. It wasn't going to be definitely. It need to be more patches. Yeah, even the best games, even some of the games of the year contenders right now are not completely done. It took us 1 hour to complete this thing. Seventh Heaven, Midgard Sector 7. That's the next job. Jesus Christ. What a shithole. What a crap hole. Could you imagine? This reminds me, yesterday we had our chicken coop where we grate our eggs and stuff. It burnt down. Electrical fire happened. None of our birds or anyone, no employees or birds were injured. But I think the birds might get smoke poisoning, but we don't know. Those of you that don't know, we have a chicken farm. Did you see my Jedi Survivor question? You're talking about the Death Star one? How long do you let your chickens live before you eat them? The best laying, because we sell eggs and stuff, and then we also sell them for meat afterwards. They best produce from 9 weeks all the way up to about 18 months. We'll usually keep them 18 months to 24 months, and then we'll take the older flock, and then we use them for meat, and then we get. Obviously, we have a different. We have multiple houses, so. I appreciate that, Lino. Live for a few years? Well, they can. But, I mean, you could keep them afterwards, but the problem is, as a farm that does it for a business, you don't want to keep your chickens longer than they need to stay, right? Because you're paying to feed them. So you got to move them out. Otherwise, you just keep building you would just keep building more and more buildings for them. Right? You have one flock. They're done. And you're like, well, what do we do with this flock? Well, let's keep them here. All right, let's build a new building. Let's put new flock in there. And then you put a new flock in there. And you're like, all right, well, they're retired now. What do we do with them? It's like, well, you got to do something with them. They're not pets, you know? It's a good question, General. Because I know a lot of people, they don't really realize, you know, people go to the store and think like the supermarket puts a magic spell on there and the food just happens to mysteriously show up. You know? You should start a Twitch channel where people pay to feed the chickens. Don't think I haven't thought of something like that before, because there's people that literally just watch chickens. There's just a camera on them and they watch them all day. I think Tim Pool started a channel like that, didn't he? Doesn't he have a channel where people just watch chickens? I was amazed by it. I used to be terrified of birds. Chicken City, that's it, yeah. No, we sell meat from our store. We have a farm store. We can't process it. Here, we got to send it off to the processor. And then it comes back, it's packaged and everything. The only way we can sell meat from our place is for non. If we didn't go to the processing plant, we would have to sell it as non-human consumption. So people would buy it for their dog or animals or whatever else. But what you do with the meat, once you buy it from us is none of our business. You know what I mean? But we get it processed. Yeah, like if a neighbor came over and you know, I wanted to give him some like fruit off my trees or some meat from our animals, that's fine because we're not selling it. And if we sell it and it's not processed from an actual processing plant, then it can't be for consumption for human consumption. It's just rules. So basically, they take the like our cows and our chickens and whatnot. They'll give you the hanging weight and package it for you. It gets inspected by inspectors so they can get their money. They're paid. So we're not giving. So if our cow, let's say how mad cow disease and stuff like that, or the bird flu or anything like that, they make sure that the meat that is being sold is not going to hurt or harm any of the humans that are eating it. That's why we have processing plants and whatnot. They watch people cut grass. That's true, Wonder Rose. That is very true. There's something about it. There's something about the aftermath. Like you watch the large grass and then it's gone and it looks manicured and it looks interesting. It's actually not too bad. There's going to be nooks and crannies, but for the most part, this board's going to be pretty easy. I say that now. We say that now. Little trick you do. You squat down, and then when you go across the wall, it does a lot more coverage. The wider it gets, like the farther away. What does processing meat do exactly? Yeah, okay, so I answered that question. Yeah. Do you ever keep any of the chickens for your own needs? Oh yeah, we eat our own stuff. For sure. Yeah, we sell our own eggs. I haven't bought a store-bought egg in almost 2 decades. And we eat all our stuff that we make or process. grow, I should say. Yeah, we live in an orange grove, so we have our own orange juice. We have our birds. We have our cows. We have all our meats and vegetables. Are you trying to have two different conversations? Stop moving the goalposts. Me? Or are you talking about Travis? This is Midgard, so it could be Tiffy's bar. I'm not gonna read it then. If it's a long one, I'm not gonna read it. I'll let you guys continue your conversation. When we started this room, it did remind me of the our whole egg room is just completely gone, burnt to a crisp. Well, we don't live in the country. I mean, we're surrounded by neighborhoods and stuff. We have like a little, how do you say, oasis in the middle of everyone's processing or processing the buildings. You know what I mean? Like they're building up around us, and we live in the middle of it. We got about 40 acres, or the family owns about 40 acres. Actually, we actually have more than 40 acres, but we live where I live is 40 acres. That's why we have the cattle and stuff over here. How am I supposed to get that? Okay. I was like, I can't get around that corner. Go. Conversations, minimal viable product. Oh, okay. I'm all cut up then. You know what? Let's just get these seats all done here. That's what we'll do. We'll do all the seats and then we'll come back for everything else. Missing this one. This one hasn't dinged yet. Okay. Go. Did we get that one? I think that one did. minimals coming from Sarge. Sarge never comes with minimal. Okay. There's this one. There we go. I have to get underneath the table. Oh. Come on now. No, the table there is not. Okay, underneath the side table here. There we go. I'll hit this up. And for our cattle, we don't waste anything. Like, we sell every single part of it for so like everything down to like the bone marrow, right? Use that for like broth, and then we use the ears and the cheeks and the snouts of the pigs, and we use everything. Nothing goes to waste. And whatever we can't use for human consumption, we give it, the bones and stuff, we sell that for dogs and whatnot. All right, let's get rid of the floor here. Let's clean this floor. Get this done pretty fast. I'm so lost on what Travis is saying because I missed the conversation up front. I'm assuming he's talking about Todd Howard. Is that what you're talking about? Yeah, Todd Howard. Lying through his teeth on Starfield. What did he say about Starfield that he's lying through his teeth? He hasn't said anything yet. You can't be a liar until you don't prove something to us, you know what I mean? We don't know you're a liar until you're a liar. It's a massive game with 100 planets. No, 1,000 planets. You said 1,000 planets. You're going to quote him. Make sure you quote him correctly. I swear, if God Howard says anything remotely close to X times the details, I'll flip my couch. I mean, he's already said it. He said 1,000 planets. That is the 16 times the detail. He's already said it. Come on, Super Dave. We made fun of that when he first said it. Times the detail. $16 times the detail. Okay. All the tables are clean. Firewatch Simulator, my second favorite sim. What's your first favorite sim, Super Div? Oh, American Truck? Good one. That's a good one. By the end of its first year, it sold 5 million. That's pretty good. You don't like, but you're the vast minority. Who sold? Your original 7. Original 7 is overhyped as hell. I was hoping Power Wash would through summer Star Trek or Star Wars DLC. I was literally just talking about that. I was just talking about that, Super Dave. I was like, this game could have an endless amount of DLC. I was like, could you imagine like cleaning out the cantina in Star Wars? Or that'd be cool. I didn't even think about Star Trek, like cleaning the bridge of Star Trek and stuff. That would be hilarious. Like you're out in space and you're cleaning the Enterprise. That'd be fucking. Like you're outside and you're just cleaning the entire the ship. That would be amazing. That would take forever, though. That would take forever. That would take so long. Tedious. Tedious is an understatement. I mean, that thing would be ridiculous. Actually, thinking about it, there's probably not a lot of nooks and crannies on it. It'd probably be a pretty smooth surface to clean, but it would just be so massive. What am I missing on this jukebox that it's not turning for me? There we go. I was like, what am I missing? There was a dartboard back here? My goodness. There we go. That's clean. Power wash the Death Star. Oh my god. But Star Wars, think about it. You could do the Cantina in Tatooine, right? You can do the Sandcrawler, right? You could do R2-D2. Do Jabba's Palace. Right? There's tons of stuff that you could do. Like you just have the Tatooine DLC. You come over to Luke's uncle and aunt's farm, and you're cleaning it up after the the deaths of them, right? Like you come out after. That'd be pretty funny, wouldn't it? You come clean up Jabba's palace after Luke and them all were there, right? Damn, that's morbid. I mean, it is what it is. It's fake characters in a movie. I mean, how's that morbid? I mean, it would fit the theme. You're a guy that comes over and cleans up things. mean, I think it would cover up all the bases, right? You clean something and then a sandstorm happens. You have a time limit. You have a time limit. You have to clean the stuff before the sandstorm comes in. Oh shit, it's Wednesday, right? Oh, we're not going to be able to finish this. I forgot it's early pickup. Early pickup on Wednesdays. Let me stop. Let me stop where this is right now. I can't stop though. It's addictive. A pretty good job so far. Pretty fast. About 35 minutes in. Here, you know what? We'll finish out the floor. Yeah, there we go. And then Franny's here on the floor. Imagine if your floor was this dirty. What am I missing? Come on, what am I missing? The floor. The floor. No, not gonna give it to me. Oh, all right. Well, that's majority of it. If your floor was that dirty, just burn the house down. Exactly. Okay, so is it 1 p.m. Eastern or 1 p.m. Pacific? Because that's what people are... Okay, hold on. Sony announced that they'll be holding a showcase on May 24th at 1 p.m. Pacific. So it's 4 o'clock. It's 4 o'clock p.m. It's not 1 o'clock. It's 4 p.m. 1 p.m. Pacific. Well, General, it's on if you have Xbox and you have Game Pass, it's on Game Pass. If you don't have it, I don't think it's that much. I'm pretty sure Power Wash Simulator, where is it? I think it's like 20, 30 bucks, something like that. Just bought it on Steam. It's a fun game. There's lots of content. Here, let me back up real fast. How do I get out of here? there is a ton of stuff, right? So in the career stuff, there is all of these locations to do. Okay. You have all of these locations to do. That's just for locations. Then you have vehicles to do. Right? And then on top of that, you could do bonus jobs. Okay. Then you have free play, and then you have challenge mode where you can use the amount of water you have to use and whatnot. On top of that, there's the specials. You have Tomb Raider. You have Midgard. They're going to be adding SpongeBob to this down the road. So lots of different things. You can upgrade stuff. It's worth it if you like this type of game. If you like this type of game. Is it on PlayStation Plus, Super Dave? Go on, Hilly. That's late UK. Yeah, that's 9 p.m. 9 p.m. for you guys. Hilly, are you in the UK or are you in Scotland? I forget where you are. All right, Travis. Yeah, I gotta head out. I know it's early on Wednesdays. South England. Okay. Early pickup for my son, so we'll be back tonight. We'll play some more games. We'll probably play Division tonight. Division 2 with Sarge. We'll play something tonight. So that'll be at 8 o'clock. And then we could discuss what we saw today for PlayStation. We'll play some more games tomorrow morning. And then Thursday night, Generation X Gaming Podcast. Me and Sarge will go over the PlayStation, what they showed, and any other news that comes out between now and then. I appreciate you guys coming out and hanging out with us while we play Power Wash Simulator. And if I hope that those of you that didn't know what Power Wash was, you looked at this and said, hey, you know what? Thanks for showing me. I appreciate it. You see what kind of game it is. That's what I try to do here. Play different games so you guys can see, and maybe something scratches your itch. Appreciate it. I'll see you guys tonight. Peace.